keep things simple. That's how things should be. Things should just be simple. And when you overcomplicate things, that's when the problems happen, because there's so many things at play that you kind of lose focus of what really matters. And what really matters is the journey you're on and where you're heading. Because if you have a goal, then just work towards that goal and work towards, the steps that it takes to get to that goal. You don't have to make things so complicated. Just keep things simple. That is the point of this video, is to just give you that reminder that if you keep things simple and you just focus on now and focus on what you can do right now, today, then these small micro steps that you take today are going to turn into macro steps down the line, and like macro achievements. Because you know that saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, so was your future. It's not built in a day. It's built in years of your life. It could take 5 to 10 years. It really can. But if you work on it, bit by bit, step by step, you're going to get there. And when you get there, you're going to look back on days like today, and you're just going to be so thankful that you stuck it through, that you kept going, because you're going to remember those days that you doubted yourself, and that day could be today. That day could be today. You might doubt yourself today, but if you push through it anyways, you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to feel amazing, because yesterday you did what you needed to do despite that fear that you were facing. And that's really all it takes, is you got to have a sense of courage. You got to have courage and still continue moving forward, because courage is what's going to help you face your fears. And that discipline that you give yourself, that you allow yourself to be, is going to help you move along on this journey of self-improvement, on this journey of improving yourself and becoming the version of yourself that you want to be. It is not easy. I know that, because I've been going back and forth on this YouTube thing, on and off, posting for a week at a time, and then completely ghosting for a few weeks to a month, and coming back on it again and posting again. And it's like, why? I had to ask myself, why am I doing this? And I've come to the conclusion and the realization that the reason I've been doing this kind of loop and this cycle is because I've been afraid. I get to this point where I realize, man, this fear of failing is far outweighing my belief in myself. So I've realized that I just got to work on this bit by bit, day by day. I have fear on this journey of working on YouTube and, really trying to create accounts. But I'm not going to let that fear stop me in my tracks. I'm going to continue moving forward. I'm going to face these fears, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to where I want to go, because that's all I can do. At the end of the day, I could do my best today. So my best today is going to be, the best that I can do, if that makes sense. And, my advice for you is to just keep things simple. Stop overcomplicating it. If you have a mission, stick with that mission. Move forward in, the easiest way you can. Take those little micro steps, bit by bit, day by day, and you're going to get to that goal that you've always wanted. It's going to take time, but you're going to get there, and you're going to be so thankful that you stuck with it, because, man, I know you probably dream about it all the time. I know you probably think about where you could be and how amazing that is going to feel. I do it all the time. I daydream all the time, and I picture myself in that life. And, it is a dream that you're having, but it is a dream that is attainable, because if it wasn't, you would not be able to have that dream. You would not be able to imagine that life that you can live if you couldn't have it. So if you want it bad enough and you're dreaming about it, you can have it. And you can have it right here and now, because it's in these moments right here and now that are going to shape your future and shape the future that you want to live. So move forward. Continue moving, really, in general, because movement is going to push you towards that dream. Stagnancy is not going to help. And I've been stuck in this drought. I don't even think that's the right word. I've been stuck in this mindset and this stagnancy that I've neglected the things in my life that I really want. And, it's tough when you fall into that despair with yourself, because you really kind of go down this spiral of negativity. But, if you understand that it is just negativity, it is just fear, you can get out of that loop. You can get out of that hole that maybe you're in, that spiral that you're falling down, and you can get right back on track. There is nothing that is stopping you from continuing moving forward, continuing getting back on track, because that is something you can do right here and now. That is just a conscious choice that you got to make for yourself. And when you realize that every choice matters, everything you do matters, then you can make the right choices and everything will work out. It really will. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep things simple. Don't worry about all the things that could go wrong. Just worry about all the things that could go right if you are on this journey. Because there are so many things that could go right. Everything that you want can happen. Everything that you desire can happen to you. It really can. You just got to focus on right here and now and what you can do today to improve yourself in the future. Because it is a gradual process. It's like going to the gym. You're not going to have big muscles on day 1. You might have big muscles on day 100, but not on day 1. It is a gradual process, and that is the same with everything else in life. It is a gradual process, and you don't really know how long it's going to take, but you know it's going to happen if you stick with it. Because you have a goal, you have something you're working towards, and if you really are working towards it every single day, there is nothing that is going to stop you from that actually manifesting into your life. Because of the action you're putting in, the consistency, the intention that you have behind it, like that is your motivating force. That is the force that is driving you towards these achievements. And if you just keep it simple and just focus on what's ahead of you, not what's behind you or the things that are around you, you're going to get there. It's just a matter of time. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.